No, okay.
I don't think I can learn that.
We all have our limitations,
I
Shay.
know, right?
And so-
It's just an upper limit challenge.
Yeah, right. There you go. There you go.
I mean, for me, I think the first written goal I had in my life, I was about 14 years old. And, when I was looking at the family around me, I had 3 uncles who were going through divorce, and they were not handling it well, to the point where they were pretty much abusive or neglecting towards their kids. And I'm like, is this what life is like? I don't like this. If I go hang out with my cousins, we were the family that your security guards in the stores would follow around. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
goodness.
wow, this is so odd. Like, this doesn't happen to any of my friends. And so I started, and now kind of cocky and maybe Joseph from the Bible kind of style of writing the goal down. I wrote it down in Christmas cards, and I gave them out to people in my family. And I just said, hey, I want you to know that my goal in life is to change the trajectory of this family so that when we walk into a store, security is not following us and they know our names in a good way, that you'll see our names on buildings, that we are known for graduating from college, all that stuff. And some of them took it really well. Some of them were like, who are you cocky little bleep, bleep, bleep. And so wound up being the first one to graduate from college, joined the Army. I was probably the first cousin to not live at home in his 20s. And it wasn't until I hit my 30s that some of those cousins started to come back and remind me that because of that card, I held onto that card, and I went to community college and got an associate's degree. And so, like, I was doing the thing, and I'm like, wow.
Jerry, do you realize that you changed family trees?
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't just you.
Generational.
Right.
Yeah.
This is going to go on. So, man, way to go.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
What a legacy.
And
powerful.
The next goal off of that was I need my kids to be better than me.
Yeah.
Not that I'm the standard, but that they're better people. They got better character. And true enough, they handle stress way better than I do. And my daughter handles relationship issues way better than her mom and dad do. And
A great lesson in this is it was a mindset shift that you implemented to action. It wasn't just a pipeline dream. It was very goal oriented, but you were very focused and took actionable steps. Yeah. And so here you are today.
And then listening to all 4 of us, I mean, we've got, I do similar to what Aaron does, where you have like a 3 to 5 year plan, you break it down in milestones. And I have that for things like, publish a book or, do so many speaking engagements. And then so there are daily activities for those. But then there's the broader vision. Why am I doing this? And then, what are skills I need to pick up? So Eric mentioned, some skill-based type of goals. And then Shay mentioned, not doing them because you pick on yourself too much. And
right, but
yeah.
you did the affirmation.
Yes.
Literally, you wrote down the affirmation,
Yes.
which is that's what I believe in. Definitely writing down the affirmation part of it.
And that's the key thing, I think, because, we're going to have seasons where we don't hit these goals.
Right.
And we got to be able to forgive ourselves and say, hey, this is why I didn't hit it, or this came up and my priorities shifted, or you know what? Turns out that really wasn't my goal. I don't want to do that.
Well, you got to learn to pivot, right?
Yeah.
You find out halfway in that it's not something that you really wanted, or it's not giving you what you thought it was going to give you, and you pivot. And so, failure is in stopping. Failure is in not succeeding. And so the failure would be not trying. And so it's very important. I created a program called Come As You Will Be. And what we do is really pick out aspirational goals personally, professionally, relationally, financially, and physically. And then we really hyper focus on each goal in each of those areas for that 12-week period. And that way you catch your breath, and then you go and you attack it for an additional second 12 weeks. And then you just continue to do that forever, how long it's going to take for you to accomplish your goal.
A lot of us are wired for those short sprints. And that's powerful because, ultimately we're doing a long run, a marathon. But those short sprints help us, get that focus, get that next piece.
Well, you get in trouble when you etch it in stone. And then you feel like I can't change it. And that's not true. It's like, let's test it for a 12-week period and reiterate, pivot, and then set your sights on the next 12 weeks.
Well, I think that goes along with the growth mindset. So instead of having a fixed, you're having a growth mindset where you're looking at it as not a failure. You didn't fail at this. You didn't fail the test. You literally learned something new or had a learning experience about what you did. And that's the thing I shifted in my own mindset about goals, is how can I use what I just went through as a learning experience in order to apply it to the next action.